All right, happy Wednesday, everyone. How you guys doing? Good. Awesome. Let's do this again. Thank you so much for your attention. I know people are rolling in. Happy Wednesday. Anybody has kids out of school just yet? Ready for vacation? Some of you love it. All right. Anyone here with no kids and don't have to deal with graduations? Love it. Look at Pam. She's like me. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, bucket fills, my favorite part of the week. Anybody or anything that you are grateful for? New vacation, babies, graduation. Maybe you just joined our organization and you would like to introduce yourself. Anyone? All right, we have a few over here.
I gotta give you let me get him.
Hi, my name is Syed Ali. I'm just first day. Actually, it's been 2 weeks, but that's joining for the first time today.
Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God, look at this stranger. What's up, Robin?
Hello, I have a new listing, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, coming up in Shadow Creek and Pearland next week. Price at $335.
Nice.
I'm in desperate need to sell a Harvest greenhouse, 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and my daughter graduated college.
All right. All right, Liska.
I have a new listing coming. It's actually perfect for a first-time homebuyer or an investor. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bath in off of Addicts Clothing. So thinking of you. And my son is getting ready to graduate from middle school, going to high school.
Ah. All right, couple more. Anyone? New car, Bamshi.
Got something? She always has something.
No, I have both. Like, my daughter is graduating from middle school, going to high school. I have a new listing coming in Telfair. It will be listed probably tomorrow. It's 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, almost 5,000 square foot, with just a little over $1 million.
Nice. All right. Anybody else? All right, we have a couple more.
My daughters are graduating college, my twin daughters. And also there was this buyer that I was working with. We went under contract and then somehow she panicked and that fell through. And then she called me back. And this time we are under contract for a more a pricier house. So I'm happy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Jamie?
Jamie's got something.
Oh my gosh, I got a lot of stuff going on.
All right.
Hopefully I didn't miss everything. My son is graduating from high school, going to Incarnated Words in San Antonio. We're really nervous, but I think he's ready. He's ready to leave the house. And he's going to stay at the dorm there in San Antonio. We have a new listing in Oleana, on another B, so it should come on the market in 2 weeks. Activities are picking up, and so we're starting to get some offers and things like that. So although everybody's saying that it's pretty slow and stuff, it does get a little slow, and then all of a sudden it hits you like like a brick of it's interesting, this market, how it's going. What else? We're moving, so building a brand new house, and so it should be completed in, I just silenced her phone. So it should be completed in the summer, and we're excited about that.
That's
So-
awesome. Yes. And it's in full shirt, correct?
Full sure.
Yeah.
A lot of foreshadowing in that conversation, by the way, guys. We're about to talk about that. Who is it, Jimmy?
Yes.
All right, what you got?
Just my buyer's agent Drake, he got his first listing in Harvest Green. And so that's going to go live in about 10 days. But super excited for him. And then I also bought a truck. Not a big deal, but I've always wanted
The
a
Cybertruck?
No. I've always wanted a truck. And the other day I was with Ernest and we were stuck on the highway. And I was like, hey man, the medium's right there, 288's right there. So like go over the medium. He's like, that's what you got a truck for. And I got over the medium and I was like, I just felt like a Texan. I was like, let's go. Yeah. So I was happy about that. Anyways.
That's awesome. Carrie.
Who was it? Oh, Sherry. Okay, then I'm coming to you, Heather.
I have a listing out in Weston Lakes. It's 4,230 square feet for 5-bedroom bath, 4 or 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, 1 story on 1.08 acres. The sellers are desperate. And I'm allowed to say that. They gave me permission. They are offering a $10,000 bonus to selling agent
Mhm.
and 3% commission to a buyer's
Wonderful.
agent. This home is in Weston Lakes. It's absolutely gorgeous, not even 2 years old. Well, sure. And it's Partners in Building Custom.
Awesome. Sapna will sell it for you. All right?
Okay, y'all, I just want to do a quick shout out. I want to do a shout out for all the people that have been coming to book club. If you've even come to just one meeting or all the meetings, it has been fabulous. We are loving every second of it. Very meaningful conversations, lots of fabulous things from the book Let Them. So if you haven't been a part of that, it's never too late to come even to just one meeting. So we'd love to see y'all, and shout out to you guys that have been making it because it's been very effective. So cheers
That's
to y'all.
Cheers. Oh, speaking of cheers, I need to invite our fabulous lunch sponsor, and then I'm going to be serving the bubbles. We have them in the back. We
Oh,
promised you
goodness.
some bubbles. So let's go ahead and let's welcome Chris. Is he here? Oh, he is. Okay, let's see if we can. All right, Chris, let's give him a round of applause. Come on, join us. Oh, then do you want to come back, or are you good?
If you can give me like 5 minutes.
Yep, I got you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So let's dive into our announcements. The first one is it the video? Help me. Yes. So every year we, a couple years ago, I believe it happened 3 years ago, we started it as a tradition at the signature office when I used to be the team leader. And then I continued this tradition over here. The top 40 real estate agents get invited to my house for an annual crawfish boil. It turned into not crawfish boil, but then also a barbecue and halal food and all kinds of variety of stuff that we do. Bourbon, okay, I'm supposed to mention it as well. Bourbon tasting and you name it. Every single year we do a variety of stuff. And my goal is for agents and their families to just have a great time. So you come to my house, you eat, you drink, your kids are playing, and it's just to show the appreciation for all of your hard work. So this year we have done a little contest, and that is for the agents to post a quick reel on a social media for some cash prizes and then a private dinner with Chad and Andy at a steakhouse. So we do have a winner based on the most views on a social media. So let's go ahead and let's see her video.
It's a she.
It's a she. Aura.
No, that's not horrible.
All right, and that was it. So let's give a round of applause. Aura, if you're watching online, you won a private dinner with Chad and Andy. And then the second winner from the other office is Sabrina Pack, who won some cash for her to do whatever she wants to do. So
Awesome. Did
All
you
right.
keep the camel? That wasn't a prize. The
that
camel
was not, no, that camel left my house as early as it could.
left some presents though, right?
It did not.
It didn't
was
leave
a
any
great,
presents?
It was a great
Oh.
camel. His name was Keller.
Keller.
Yes. All right, announcements.
All right, here we go. Let's do this quickly. I think we have slides for most things. All right, so Brandon has set up something pretty cool through KWYP, or maybe this was just him. Okay, it's not a YP related at all. It's a We're Better Than KW signature contest thing that is going to be set up on at a kickball.
We're going to show them that they truly are the ugly-headed chef style that they are. No, I'm just kidding.
This was recorded.
I'm just kidding. I live for some good trash talk. But no, we were challenged to do a kickball game with KW Signature next week at George Bush High School, right off of 1464. So it's a good middle ground location. It's very neutral. And yes, just some good heart fun competition. And it is a $10 entry fee because we are raising money for KW Cares for all the great things that they have done for us here in Houston, whether it was recently during Beryl or Harvey. They do so many great things. And so we actually want to give back to them as well. So it's a double entendre as well. And we want to have some fun. So let's show Signature what we really are made of and sign up.
Yes.
And for the money, just go to the front desk and they can do the Apple Pay at the front desk as well for the $10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Kickball,
And
yes.
let me channel my inner Brad Countryman. We welcome all donations. It doesn't mean you're required to play. Right, Brad? I got that right? Yes. Yes. He said he'll pay more to not have to play. So that is we're making sure that
Well, I'm looking at Vamshi's face, and Vamshi is like, why not pickleball? Why are we doing a kickball? Like,
I don't know that game, so that's why.
So football is baseball with feet.
yes. Baseball with the kicking the ball instead. Yeah, and it's a bigger ball. Yeah, kick it. And then you run the bases. It's like baseball otherwise.
Do we have home runs there?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, we might do pickleball next, maybe. Who knows?
It's all
Huh?
coming.
There we go. It's coming soon. All right, let's keep going. Oh God, you're still on. Here we go. Summit. Hustle.
Actually, I have a couple more things. Let me just stay up here. Yes, as you guys know, Summit is next week. For those guys who want to go and attend Chicago Summit, again, phenomenal time to go network with some like-minded young professionals as well. I truly enjoy my time every time I get together with these people. So excited for that. And then I'm so excited to officially announce with the flyer our Boots on the Ground mixer that is coming June 20th at Kirby Grove, which is right off of Westheimer Parkway, kind of 59 Westheimer over there. So yes, come and join. We have some mixers, we have some drinks, food, prizes that we're going to be handing out as well. And just a great way for us to all network and come together as a community as well. So yeah, come see me for more information.
YP event, right?
This is a YP event. I mean, listen, come hang out.
Cool. All right.
all right, awesome.
right.
Thank you, Brandon.
Let's go back one. All right, guys. I hope you've been waiting for this. We are proud to announce that we have our annual Keller Williams Southwest Family Night
Yeah.
at the Sugarland Space Cowboys at Constellation Field down the road. So the game is on June 5th. So coming up pretty quickly. We should have tickets in hand and ready to hand out starting next week. We'll keep you posted on that. Again, the typical setup is going to be where just you can get up to 4 tickets. Just sign up for them. You're going to register for them. We'll have all that ready for you, and then you can pick them up at the front desk. We're working on the parking too, so we'll give you some more information on that as well. She wants to take a picture.
Yes, take a
Me or of
picture.
that? No, not of me. Great. Sure.
For those of you that are new to our organization, this is a fantastic event for all of us to hang out with your families and, enjoy a great game. So please, please, please join us. We have 200 tickets.
Yes, there we go. Cool. All right. So that information will get sent soon. Just a reminder now that the leadership team has come back from Mega Leadership, and we're going to share some of the cool information that we've learned. The attention will be turned to Mega Agent Camp. Just a heads up, August 11th through 14th. If you'd like some more info, this is one of our national conventions. This time it is not going to be in Austin. It will be in San Antonio. It's $9.99 right now until June 5th. If you guys would like some more information and are unaware of this, reach out to anybody on the leadership team and we'll be happy to help you, give you some more information regarding that. All right, Sarah, you have them. Oh, okay. Nothing. Sarah has nothing. Let's keep going. No, I'm just kidding. You got 2 class. Two. I'm going to 2.
A standing ovation last week. Hi, everybody. So I'm Sarah Detmore, productivity coach, for those of you that don't know me, and I'm making an announcement, which I'm very excited about, for our PC program. Our PC program is growing by agent count and by production. And so I know, right? And so it's no secret that we also want to add in some extra support. So please join me in welcoming Brandon Turner as our new launch coach in our PC program. So Brandon is going to come back up here and has a speech prepared, apparently. I don't know. You often have things prepared. But he will be really helping our agents that are brand new in their first 90 days, helping them get into lead generation, which we know is our most important thing as agents, and just serve as an extra pillar of support in our office for our wonderful agents in our productivity coaching program. So you'll be seeing even more of him, even though he's always here. So there you go. Yes.
Thank you. Oh, we still have Greg, I think, right? Yes, Greg. Let's go, buddy. I remembered.
Okay, sir.
How you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Cool. So, my name is Greg. I'm your marketing director here at your office. So, you may get a bunch of emails from me and my team with Agent Marketing Desk. And the goal is to always provide you with the best marketing services and resources and classes possible. I know this week we had our AI class, which was like well attended. I think a lot of people got some really good feedback on it. So plan on doing it again. Now I'm always rotating offices. So some people ask, when are you going to do it here? I have to rotate office, kind of work with different offices, but the next one is likely going to be in July at Signature. Then it'll come back here the next time. So I'll let you know. But we do have other classes that I'm doing here. I know I'm going to add more classes because I know there was a request for even more advanced automations and even more advanced version of AI. So I'm working on kind of structuring that so that is available for you guys. So it's in the pipeline. Tonight, I'm hosting the marketing evening session. So this is where I go through a bunch of different things in terms of marketing, all the services, all the resources. I go through some, simple things in AI and on automations. So just in case any of you are just not sure what to do with your brand or what to do with marketing, you feel like you're lost, this is like a really great launch point. So it's not just for new agents, it's for anybody. I also do time for Q&A. So if you just have this really random question you want to ask, you're probably not the only one that has that question. So this is just a great time to, in a collaborative way, participate in a group. So normally we have like 30 people online. So I think it'd be a great time for anybody. Popular demand, because this is one of the classes we just did at Signature last month. And a lot of agents from this office is like, well, you got to do it here. So we're doing it here. So this is a class on Canva. During the class, I go through all the basics on Canva. Then I go through intermediate. My goal is to get even to a little bit advanced. I do provide you with some templates that I already have. So I know some of you are looking to expedite your process of doing open house flyers, even listing presentations. So we're going to actually have a listing presentation on Canva available during that class. So definitely want you to have opportunity to check that out. So it's going to be a great class. Expect a lot of you to be there. So that's June 17th. And I like to make sure, who here is their first team meeting at KW Southwest? Raise your hand if it's your first team. Raise your hand. Hi, you guys don't be shy. All right, so all of you, I'm going to give you a free open house sign so you can start with your business. So thank you for joining KW Southwest. That's all I got.
That's awesome. All right. Yeah. All right, I think we are ready for our fabulous lunch sponsor. So help me welcome Chris with Southern Painting. Come on up. And if you don't mind to just speak into the microphone, we have a lot of people online as well.
Good morning. My name is Chris Shanklin with Southern Painting. I am the new owner of Southern Painting Sugarland. We have about 20 Southern Paintings total. And it's a franchise and it's by territory. We've been in business since '89. We've painted over 150,000 homes. We always do 0 down, just pay when the job's done. We do everything from interior, exterior, full party replacement, cabinet refinishing, front door refinishing, you name it, we do it as far as paint. All of our painters are basic carpenters, so they can install crown molding, baseboard, new doors if they have a broken door. There's a lot that we can do. And as far as realtors for your personal home, we always give all realtors a 15% discount. On top of that, any of your clients, if they're military, law enforcement, teachers, first responders, teachers, we also give them a 15% discount. 15 is as high as we can go. All our prices are turnkey. It includes paint, materials, labor. We carry $1 million insurance that covers us, the property owner, and the painters. In case they fall and get injured, they can't go after their homeowner's insurance. They're covered under our insurance. And we give a 3-year warranty on all our work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we have capability of doing a full hardy conversion down to replacing 1 or 2 boards.
Just the paint work or even with the pre-market just management kind of work, but more than paint.
We do more than paint. We do sheetrock repair, match texture. Our guys are phenomenal at doing small repairs and matching the texture. We refinish cabinets. We do a lot of cabinets, usually 1 or 2 a month, full refinish of cabinets.
I don't know if I heard this correctly or I might have misheard it. Do you guys do sheetrock repairs?
Yes, sir. Sheetrock repair. If they have a new room that needs insulation sheetrock, the works, we can do that too.
So, like garage flooring, epoxy.
We do epoxy floors too.
We do.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I've been with Southern Painting Katie for 9 years. Finally got my own territory, but I've done a lot of business with Keller Williams, Signature, and Katie. Yes. Yes. Bill retired. Yeah. Any more questions?
Hey, Chris, this is Jessel online, and I have a question. Does your company help with exterior masonry cracks related issues? I have someone who needs help. Like their home has brick and stone exterior, but there are some cracks in the mortar, and they're looking for someone to help with them, help them with that. Do you do that?
We do minor cracks, but if it's like if they need brick replaced or it's a
No,
big
so okay, they don't need anything replaced. It's just they need those cracks filled up, and I can share your contact with them, right?
yes, ma'am, we do that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Stain or paint. If they're already stained, then we'll restain them. If they're painted, we'll repaint them.
Discount for senior citizen because you mentioned teacher, military, blah, blah, blah. For senior citizen.
15%.
Julia, go ahead here. What?
Typically, we use Sherwin-Williams, but we'll use any paint the customer wants. We have accounts with every paint distributor. Well, thank you. Enjoy your lunch.
We're ready to roll? I think so, right?
All right, so last week, Nimesh and I, along with Chad, had the opportunity to go to Dallas, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
Dallas. And we learned from a fabulous lead economist that does all the publishing for Housing Wire. His name is Logan. And I'm ESL.
We just call it. I love how that's always their excuse.
So we want to go ahead and bring it to you and provide some feedback and his economic update. Now, a little bit of a teaser. We are in a conversation with him directly to bring him to every single one of you for a full-blown one-day experience. So you get to learn directly from him and know how to navigate the market and get some more insight as far as what is coming, as he claims that his projections in economic update is actually 3 months ahead of the NAR data that is being published. So Nimesh, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, take it away. Wow. All right.
I mean, it's a tag team.
All right. Okay. Now a little bit of background on Logan though, right? Is that he dissects, he's so good at dissecting the data, the numbers, and analyzing that, right? And so his big thing is like his big message is that, hey, let's look at what the data shows us. And the data always shows us something different from what we kind of hear out there. And just to be mindful of not just repeating what is being said out there in the media, because that's not necessarily always accurate. And the data proves that. All right. And that was this big message going into, his conversations here. So we can start with this first one. And Norman, is there any way we can make that toolbar disappear, or we can bring it down to the bottom? Right. So this one specifically is about existing home sales. Right. And this is calculating on a 5-year scale all the way back from the beginning, 1965, when we were tracking these numbers. Right. And I think the biggest message here is the fact that no matter what, right, home sales always tend to go up. Right? There will always be some fluctuations as rates fluctuate, but what typically happens is, and that's what these black lines are for, it shows where you see the dramatic increase is that rates will always find a bottom and demand will always go up, right? You want to add anything on this thing?
No, not in this one.
Yeah. So even when we saw it here from the 2020 time, right, where we saw existing home sales skyrocket, and as we turned around, we all witnessed this time frame right here, right around the end of 2022, when we saw it turn around, right? And yet we've always been in a pattern still of growth. And when we look over the years, we're still at higher existing home sales than we've seen in the past. Okay. All right. Now understand one thing. It's as simple as, right, we have more wealth in the United States right now than ever before. Okay. There's more wealth in the United States right now than ever before. Right. And it's as simple as when mortgage rates go up, demand goes down. Right. And every single time we find a base, right, and then demand starts going up. Okay. Loan to value ratios. Now, this is super important. Okay. Now, here's the reality. We have $37 to $38 trillion of equity right now in the United States. $37 to $38 trillion of equity built into our homes right now. And understand that, yes, while we saw what's the difference between when we had our pandemic, not pandemic boom, when we had our, last time we had the housing bubble, right? And to now, what is the difference between then and now? Is that equity, okay? There was 23% of, let me make sure I got it right? During the housing bubble, 23% of homes were underwater, okay? 23% of homes were underwater. You want to know what that number is now? It's actually 0.37%. 0.37% of homes are underwater right now. So what does that tell us? A lot of equity, right? What else though? So what does that have to do with this underwater business? What are we not going to see? We are not going to see foreclosures. Okay.
And this is actually interesting. He made a very bold statement that resonated with me. And he said, during COVID times, when everything was shut down, I went to Housing Wire to publish an article. That article said that we are going to see a market we have never seen ever before. And everything is going to significantly increase in a short period of time. And they refused to publish it. And he said, the minute people realize that we are going to live, people will go crazy. And what happened? We have seen it. We will probably never see that market ever again. And yet we still compare ourselves to those times. Now, do you know what is the percentage of homeowners in the United States that have no mortgage?
She beat me to it.
Anyone?
30. 30%.
Come on, guys, you're the experts.
40% of US homeowners have no mortgage.
That's a massive number. Let it sit in for a minute.
Yep.
Now imagine all the wealth that our people have buried in their backyard. And it's our job as agents to educate them on what they can do to create a generational wealth, hence investing and everything else.
Right? The immediate conversation is always about, well, interest rates are right here. Well, if you're sitting on 40% equity that you can turn around to utilize, to reuse or reutilize or make adjustments or changes in your lifestyle or living, how much of an impact is that really? Right? How much of an impact is that really if 40% don't even have a mortgage? Right? So is the question of, well, I'm sitting on 2% or 3% interest rate really as simple as it sounds? Because 40% of them don't even have a 2 or 3% interest rate. Right? And the ones that do have enough equity in there, where is that difference making a difference or a massive difference? The reality is no. Here's the ones that actually do have, and that's what this is showing you, right? So back in the housing bubble, we had an 85% loan to value ratio, 85%. Today, 47% loan to value ratio, right? So for the ones that actually have mortgages, right, their loan to the value of their property is significantly different, significantly. Cool? Impactful slide, super impactful. All right, total housing inventory. We saw this for a while, right? Where inventory has been slowly shrinking, and yet here we are, right? Where we're seeing it starting to come back up. Who's seen inventory grow? Yeah, we have. Yet understand that, and this was the biggest message, that it's going to take just a slight decrease in rates for demand to start picking up dramatically. Okay, demand to start picking up dramatically. So be ready for that. All right, what are rates at right now? Okay, hovering between 6.5 and 7. In fact, he said that even dropping to 6, we'll see a dramatic spike in interest. Demand, not interest, demand. Dropping to 6. So that could even happen. I mean, nobody can guess that, but even sometime he said probably sometime this year. Yep. Anything else to add to that? I think we have plenty of conversation on inventory. All right. This was
Great
huge.
one.
Yes,
Yeah.
this was great. Look at this mortgage purchase application index. All right. So it's tracking mortgage applications. There's actually been an 18% increase in mortgage applications. Jamie just said it. Oh, all of a sudden I'm starting to see a lot of activity. You might not see it, but it's coming. Yes. Here is the evidence. This is May. Right? Even back in, what was this? April. Between April and May, we're seeing dramatic increase in mortgage applications, meaning the demand is penting up. They're testing it out. They're getting their approvals. They're ready to buy purchase properties.
So let's connect the dots. So if we see 18% increase in mortgage applications, not refinance, mortgage applications, what do you think is going to happen 90 days from now? 100%. And we already see it as an office in the last 60 days or so. So brace yourself for a very strong summer, very positive outlook.
Right. So if we have these sellers on them, so my advice right now is go get those listings, right? Go get those listings because those buyers are coming, right? And you can utilize this in your listing presentation.
100%.
When those sellers are on the fence, I don't know if I want to sell right now. Or do you think, oh, I'm seeing prices go down. Will I get enough money for it? Well, demand brings up price, right? Interest rates go down, will bring up price, but are you going to be ahead of the market? Okay. Now, the other cool thing here is, and a big aha I got from him, is the perspective, right? Everybody is always talking about, or the media is always talking about, well, we have this much of an unemployment rate, or we have this much of challenges in the economy or in the industry. Yet he flips the narrative, right? He's like, what I'm looking at is that there's 162 million people that are working right now. There's 162 million people that are working right now, right? So don't be surprised when we start seeing this, because there's plenty of people that have the wealth to go out there and make purchases, right? That definitely needed that rate, right? So there's plenty of people that are making money that can afford to buy housing right now, okay? So it's our responsibility to provide them with the right resources and the right information to help them make that decision, all right? This is great inventory chart, right? So it's back to inventory, breaking down months over these years, right? And again, we have 33% more inventory this year than we did this time last year. Okay, so inventory is growing. But what do you see in these observations, even from 2020 through 2019 through 2024, right? What are you seeing as a pattern here? This is January through December for some of you that may not be able to see year over year or month to month. Here are the summer months, May through August, right in the center of this.
There's more inventory in the fall.
There's more inventory in the fall. Okay. Okay. Right. And where are we seeing increases?
Right around June, May, July.
Ah, look at that. So even, let's go look back at, so if we take 2022 and let's see, or 2021 out of it, right? While it looked like it was crazy all year round, we still technically still had a cyclical market. We still saw listings and inventory increase during the summer because that was in demand, right? So nothing is changing necessarily. The patterns are there. Okay, you want to add anything on this? Good. Okay, and then total pending home sales. All right, again, same story. Look at that curve, same story. Look at the summer. Pending is still cyclical. pending home sales still spike during these times right now. Okay, pending home sales still spike and inventory has grown, yet home sales are there as well, right? We're projecting that there's nearly 400,000 homes under contract right now. Okay, the only time it was higher was mid 22, and then we saw that thing dramatically come down because that's when we saw the change in the market. Right? So there's no difference there. So if we're saying that, hey, the market's dire, that's not what the data is telling us. Okay, there's just there's challenges, but that's not what the data is telling us. All right, let's talk about new listings on the market. Right, new listings on the market. Where are we at in 25? Here we are. We're at 80,338 new listings on the market. It's the highest since mid 22. It's the highest since mid 22. So inventory is growing. Homes are selling. There's listings out there to get. Go get those listings, right? These are new listings, guys, by the way. So this is not like, oh, listings hanging out on the market. This is how many new listings have come on the market. So if we look right now at May of 25 or April of 25 might be this number. Yeah, we're at 80,000 new listings nationally. Yeah. So the listings are out there. Go talk to those sellers. Make sure I'm not missing
Yeah,
anything.
it's already May. It's a May number.
Yeah. Okay. Who's seen this? Percentage of properties with recent price reduction, right? So again, we've talked about this already. We're starting to see that fixed a little bit, but there is a slight disconnect with what seller expectations are and what buyers are willing to pay, right? And so we're actually seeing right now, there's an average of nearly 37% price reductions.
It's a large number.
That is a large number. That's a large number. We're seeing, yep, 37%.
So
Go ahead. Yeah, Vamshi.
37%. Those many out of 137 homes, they're reducing the price.
Correct. Yeah, 37% of the inventory is seeing price reductions. Yeah, right. So yeah, so that's nearly 1/3 of the listings.
Do you have any number on like how far?
How not in this conversation. There was a what the gap is or how much we're reducing. Yeah, no, I don't have that number here. That's something we can look up. I think in that sense, even when we talk about from a national perspective, I think that's more of a local number important. So we should
And that's
probably
something we're going to bring to you
Yeah.
once we have login here.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean he'll probably
Right.
Yep. And again, something I want to bring up that he brought up here on this thing, right, is that even when demand, right, is or even when even when there's a less inventory or there's challenging market, right? Why are sales still up? Or how do we still have sales? For example, we knew that inventory was at a record low during COVID, right? Listings were hard to come by for whatever reasons, right? Whether people were scared or they didn't want to move or whatever. Listings were rare, right? There were just a lot less inventory. And yet, why did we have record home sales? Right? Inventory was at an extreme low, right? Yet we had record home sales. Yeah, interest rates were low, right? And I think from what he's claiming, right? The reality is that it's a lot more efficient to have transactions now. They're a lot quicker on average, right? So it all boils down to just doing the work, getting a lot in front of people. So why do agents have record years or have high transaction sales? Is because they can actually efficiently fit more transactions in now. Because transactions can close in 10 to 12 days if they need to, right? Typically not more than 30. So it's the efficiency. And I thought that was pretty important. Anything you want to add on there?
Yeah.
Good. All right. I threw these in here at the end because I thought they were fascinating. This is pretty new information. All right. Let's talk about local growth real quick. All right. So when we talk about Houston ranked second for population growth in 2024. Okay. Just after New York, it ranked second. We added 43,000 residents. This is in Houston, Texas. Okay. This is not greater Houston, just in Houston. Okay. And what I love about this is that, actually that slide will come in just a second. So again, growth. Now let's talk about from a percentage perspective. All right. The irony, and it hit it perfectly. Fulshire was brought up like 3 times in our Share Something Good. There's a reason for that. Okay. Fulshire was actually from a percentage perspective was second nationally in growth. Okay. Fulshire was second nationally in growth at a 27% increase.
Now, what is your wild guess for 2026, knowing what you know? from Jensen Development and some of the other developers. What area is going to be ranking? George Ranch
Yeah,
area.
that's
Okay.
Richmond,
Any other
Luxembourg.
guesses?
Yeah.
Huh? Beasley? Okay. 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 Well, I mean, good guesses. Well, I mean, we'll see, right? But why do you think it's important to study these numbers? I want to actually walk you through something before we start celebrating you. Why do you think we are pushing this information on you? Yeah. What else? 100%. This is what I am seeing as
A little bit more this way.
I am talking to
Right, that's good.
other team leaders across the country and a lot of you guys. Some of you have the best years ever. Some of you have the worst years ever.
Ever.
And this is my, stop. This is my aha. How do I spell this? Disappointment. I receive anywhere from 2 to 3 phone calls. Did I spell this correctly?
No, you left it in, but that's okay. Keep going.
No, I did.
Disappointment. Right, just right. I know, just keep going. You're losing your.
Thank you. Thank you. I receive 2-3 phone calls per day from clients complaining about you. And this is my aha. Barbara can attest for it, right? This is the aha that I had as a big realization, and that is expectations and reality lives over here. Everything in between is the disappointment. And we don't do a good job in explaining and setting the expectations through communication with our clients, because our clients' expectations are here and we deliver somewhere around here. So what happens as a result is this disappointment that lives in between. And I tell you, 99% of time, it's because we as real estate agents fail to take the time to set the proper expectations by educating our clients. And the agents that I see that are having their best years ever, what happens is they take the reality all the way above the expectations and they create what I like to call the experience. And those are the sellers and the buyers that we actually hear say, oh my gosh, this agent is fantastic because of X. And in my mind, I'm like, this is the standard, but that agent just did a better job communicating and setting the expectations and the right pace and knowing what's exactly going to happen whenever it comes to the reality. So I want to challenge every single one of you as you are looking at these numbers to study them. So that way, the reality can be right underneath the expectations. Therefore, there's a very little room for disappointment that would be as a result of your actions as a real estate agent and your fiduciary to your client. Does this make sense? Yes, ma'am.
I guess kind of like kind of underselling it, but like giving them like a better outcome in the end. What does that look like when you present it to a client?
Well, I would say it depends on the scenario, right? However, prime example, what I see is the most complaints might be, we go on a listing appointment, we provide them with the CMA, we didn't do a good job to truly study the numbers. And our sellers will tell us, this is the number that we want. And we as a real estate agents, because we want to secure that listing, give them a false reality and false expectations. Rather than, thank you so much for sharing this feedback. Tell me more what's important about this number. And let me provide you with enough data so I can educate you as your fiduciary. So that way, when the reality hits, we had that conversation about the expectations at the listing appointment. Does that make sense? Any other feedback and thoughts regarding this? Yes.
Well, as a new agent, I have learned that you're not new anymore.
That setting expectations for my clients is very, very important. And I have learned that most of the problems, hiccups, and struggles that I've had with my clients was because I did not set those expectations from day one. I mean, I probably didn't know the expectations either, but now that I know them, it's really important to disappoint them from what the illusions are not reality that they have in their head about buying, and make sure that they really understand from day one, so that you do not disappoint them later on in the beginning of the year. But yeah.
100%. Yes.
When it's done, here's the expectation, especially if the listing is on the market for a while. If we're ready to have those conversations with them throughout the transaction, getting middle and regardless of how many days they're on the market, and that will help get you to the
100%.
Right, like we're sounding like a broken record now, right? And which is because it's true that this is what the consumer is looking for now, right? This is not a post and pray season anymore. This is they are looking for advisors to help them and navigate them through the process.
Yeah.
Right? Be the fiduciary, be the consultant, right? It's about the circle of trust, right? Have empathy, yet have competency.
Yeah. So Norman's going to go ahead and post those slides on Facebook right after our team meeting. And why don't we invite Krista and Jess, our MC department, to move on and celebrate every single one of you.
Here you guys go.
Would you like a second mic?
Here is the,
We're good. We're good.
you should be able to pick it up. Or it will pick it up.
Okay, so I guess they're all on here. So we get to celebrate awards. Yay! This is based on April production of all of our great real estate agents. We're so proud to be in business with everybody. So we're going to get started with our listing unit awards. These are individuals. In first place was Lyle Moogie with 8 listed units. Congratulations, Lyle. Second was Brandy Zemas with 6. And then Jamie Castens with 5. Great job, Jamie. There she is. And then Susan Garzinski and Robbie Yansky tied with 4 units. Congratulations to our top individuals. And then for our teams, this is teams with 2 producing agents. We have the Juniper Premier Group. That's Amy and Peter Wacoon. They had 7 listings last month. Way to go. And then we had the Flores Home Team with 4. And then rounding out the field was the Day Team in 3rd place. Congratulations, Mike and Linda. I know, and you all have champagne for the occasion. It's wonderful. All right, and then for our groups, we have top groups. The Audra O'Neill team leading the way with 16 listed units, closely followed behind by the BNP team with 15 listed units, and then Akil Properties group with 11, Kathy Stubbs team with 8, and the SMS, that's Shannon, with 5. Congratulations to our top groups. And then moving on to our volume, when you get the unit, what follows? The volume. So here we go. First place, we got Lyle with 12.8 million in listed volume. Way to go, Lyle. He's been like killing it. And then Jamie Caston, second place with just shy of 3 million. Congratulations, Jamie. That's awesome. Brandy Zemos with 2.7. Arjun jumping on the board here. Arjun Jacobson with 2.2. Congratulations. And then Nazneen Danani just behind him with 2.2 in 5th place. Congratulations, top individuals. And then our teams, first place, we got Juniper Premier, that's Amy and Peter, with 5.5 million in listed volume, followed by the Flores team with 1.3, closely followed by the Day team, and then YA Real Estate, that's Umon, and Space City rounding out the field. Jimmy, way to go. And then our top teams, we got Audra and BNP neck and neck, but BNP slid ahead with 9.5 million volume. Not units, that'd be incredible. 9.5 million in volume, followed by Audra O'Neill with 9 million, Kathy Stubbs with 4.6 million, Akil with 3.4 million, and SMS with 1.7. So congratulations, top groups. When you list them, you close them. That's the goal. So here's our top closed units. We got in first place, Bency Jacob with 10 closed units in the month of April. Congratulations to Bency. And then we had a 3-way tie for second with Sahar, Serena Chu, and Lyle with 7 closed units last month. Congratulations. And then we had like a multiple way tie for third. We had Susan Garzinski, Brad Countryman, Anthony Salas, and Alicia Griffin with 4. Congratulations. And then we have our top teams leading the way, Mike and Linda Day with 5 closed units in the month of April. Woo-hoo! with a two-way tie for second with Space City team and Julio Roque. Congratulations. And the Baker team rounding out the field here. Great job to our teams. And then our top groups, we have the BNP team leading the way with 16 closed units. Congratulations, Imran and Pinky. Followed by Akil Properties with 12, Kathy Stubbs team with 11, the Diaz team with 9, and Audra O'Neill team with 8. Congratulations to our top groups. And then next we have adjusted closed volume. This is based on a 3% commission. So if you concede your commission, get a kickback, these numbers adjust for that. So adjusted closed volume, we have Lyle Mugi leading the way with 4.6 million in adjusted closed volume, followed by ARE, that's Alex Arenas, jumping on the board here with 3.1. Great job, Alex. And then we got Kitty Valence with 2.5 million. Great job, Kitty. Sahar Khatib with 2.1 and Bensi with 1.7. Congratulations. And then our top teams, adjusted closed volume, Space City team in first place with 1.5 million. Great job. Followed by the Day team with 1.1. Congratulations, Mike and Linda. Followed by Rajesh and Nita Desai at just over 500,000. And then Lupita Decal and Juniper Premier Group. Congratulations, top teams. And then we got for our groups, the BMP team with 8.8 adjusted closed volume, 8.8 million. Great job. Followed by Kathy Stubbs team with 4.4 million. The Audra O'Neill team with 2.1 million. Home coach group, that's CW Ross with 1.1 million. And just under a million, we have the SIA group. Congratulations. And then, of course, when you're closing your capping, we want to celebrate our capping agents from the month of April. We got Rajesh Anita Desai, Kirti Garantlug, Lyle Mugi, LaDonna Parker, Imelda Pradhan, Eden T, Kimbra V, who's even retired, Kitty Valence, yeah, not really, right? And then Amy Wakun and Peter. Congratulations to our cappers. Enjoy your 100%. And then we have our Triple Crown. This is one of my favorite awards.
Anna!
This celebrates individual agents that have closed 3 or more sales in the month. So teams don't count. If it's a lease, it doesn't count. So all of these agents sold 3 or more homes in the month of April. We have Lyle Mugi, Sahar Khatib, Anna Venegas, Bensi Jacob, Anna, Susan Garzinski, Brad Countryman, woo-woo, and Carla Menegas, woo! Great job. And if you're closing 3 transactions a month as an individual agent, you can live a very big life in this thing we call real estate. So that is the goal. Keep working. All right. And then we got first KW listings, first listings with us, Andy Walcoon. She's on the team with Peter and Amy on Juniper Premier Group. That's their Amy's daughter. And then we have Folarunsho Sayebo.
Yes, Fola.
Congratulations. Jonathan Schnitzer. Jonathan, yes. Congratulations. And Sheila Simon. Congratulations. Great job on your first listing. And then for our first closing, hey. Congratulations. I see us. Hope you're having a productive day. And then we have our $1 Million Club. So these are all of the agents, teams, groups that have closed over $1 million in the last month. Look at how big this group is. Isn't this awesome? I guess I'll read them off real quick here, but we got BNP team, Lyle Mugi, Kathy Stubbs team, Alex Arenas, Kitty Valence, Audra O'Neill team, Sahar Khatib, Nazneen Denani, Bensi Jacob, Brad Countryman, Susan Garzinski, Space City team, home coach, Carla Menegas, Pam Shockey, Eden team, Mona Parikh, the Day team, and SIA group.
Congratulations.
The bigger this slide gets, the better. That's all I have to say. Okay. So, and then our top profit share earner, we have Mr. Gary. Way to go, Gary. Enjoy your profit share. In KW, we like to call this our magic money. So when you help grow the Keller Williams family, Keller Williams rewards you, the owners reward you with something called profit share. There's 3 ways to participate. 1, you connect somebody to a KW office. 2, they put your name down as their sponsor. 3, they contribute to the profit of that office by paying a cap. And then at the end of the month, the office shares back a piece of the profit and it just shows up in your bank account. So 21st of the month, that's our profit share day. And it's open to anybody. All right. So moving on, we have Kellerversaries. These are agents that have been with KW. Do you want to read off the Kiloversaries? You want me to keep going? You're good? All right. I'm on a roll here, so I'm going to keep going. All right. So celebrating 1 year with KW, we have Haya Gubitra. We have Abdul Khan, Renita Scroggins, Faith Adodo, Marco Balderas, Pamela Hall, Kiara Marshall, Stanley Kengla, Amita Patel, Michelle Torres. Celebrating 2 years with KW, we have Ari Ortiz, Brittany Nylon, Mahik Adriz, Robin Orlando, second time around, and Tangela Wire. Congratulations. And then 3rd year with KW, we have Shiva Charaparl, Veronica Hudgens. Does anyone know Veronica? If you don't, you should. She cuts your commission checks. We love you, Veronica. She's actually celebrating with one of her kids' graduations with school. So yeah, but she is awesome. So give her some love today and thank her for being with us. We also have Lawrence Ingle, Cheyenne Khan. 4 years, we have Tiago Salier, which him and Melissa are expecting a baby today.
Today. So if you know Melissa Salier, she's currently in a hospital. So say a prayer for her, and
That's
we
right.
should
Give
see
her
a
some
picture of the
love.
baby soon.
That's right. We also have Frederica Watson and Gracie Godines. 5 years with KW, we have Karan Talshketi. 6 years, Alex Cordona and Sarah Chung, who's on SIA. 8 years, we have Judy Day. 9 years of Verna Kolyosho. Some of you might know Verna.
Yeah, Verna.
Way to go, Verna. Hong Tak Yao. 10 years, we have Corrine D'Souza, Cindy Flood, Marcus Whitfield. 12 years, Sarah Detmore. Congratulations, Sarah. She started when she was 18. And then we also have Wanda Pearson, 12 years. 14 years, Elaine Hatton. 24 years, Vania Duckett. And 26 years,
Pam Shockey.
Pam Shockey. We know that you all have a choice where you do real estate, and we are all honored and privileged that you continue to choose to do real estate with us every single year. So thank you so, so much.
Cheers.
And that's all of our awards. So
All right, let's invite our business partners for a minute before we break for lunch. Come on up. I think you are the only one, so come on, take it away. Oh, you still cannot talk. Okay.
This makes it so much more exciting.
They have an app for text to voice.
All right, she sent me a text. Who wants to be my voice today? I guess me. Got it. Hi, everyone. I am the accent. Pay attention. I'm Riley at Fidelity National Title, aka Riley at Fidelity. I'm a business development and marketing manager. So my job is to help y'all grow your businesses. So when it's time to choose a trusted title partner, you will think Fidelity. I would love to meet with each and every one of you to talk, well, maybe text, about ways we can partner together. All right, thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. Your phone. Oh, there's more. Oh my gosh, hold on. I am hosting a TikTok CE course tomorrow for 3 hours of credit. It will be hosted at Goosehead Insurance in Memorial from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On that note, I am also hosting a content shoot day next Tuesday, the 27th, at Bowl and Barrel in Memorial from 11 till 1. I am bringing in local businesses to give you all gifts and promo cards to add into your closing baskets. There will be cameras, microphones, bowling, not corny bowling, but bougie bowling, food, and much more. All right. Thank you. All right. Do we have any other business partners in house? No? With that being said, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy some food. Cheers to every single one of you that made the list, and we will see you next week.
Go sell some
DJ
houses.
Finn,
Take
take
it
it away.